I go to her softball practice one day. Now, you gotta remember, I live in LA. I don't live in Philly like you guys. We do things differently out there. The coach is practicing without a ball. He doesn't want to introduce failure this early in the season. Hey, hold on. Someone's got to make the snowflakes, people. He's got them out there, no ball. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? No ball, all in position. All right, ladies. Runners on first and second. Ground ball to Lily. Lily Fromkin at third base fields it perfectly. Stands on third, throws it to second. She catches it, throws it to first. Triple play, girls, bring it in, triple play. By the way, I'm on the sides going, this is the first triple play I've ever seen. Then the other part of me is like, where's the fucking ball? And that's when one of the moms tells me, oh, coach doesn't want to introduce failure. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? My daughter's in center field. Coach is like, all right, base is loaded. Fly ball to Isla. And I watch my daughter immediately start backing up, then look over her head and start running. Who fails in their own imagination? Everyone's cheering her on. I'm like, there's no fucking ball. Then I watch her throw her glove in the air like, fuck it, and walk away from the play. I called my wife immediately. I go, you are never gonna believe what your moron daughter just did. And we laughed hysterically for a minute. And then my wife stopped. She goes, yo, don't make fun of her for this. I go, are you being serious? She goes, no, this is her beautiful little brain. I don't want to break it. I go, I think it's broken. I just watched her not catch nothing. She's like, yeah, but if you make fun of her, it'll shame her, and that's not what we want. That's what your dad did to you. That's why you drink. I got to drive home with the kid. We're on the 405. She's staring out the window like Spicoli. We're not talking at all. Finally, I'm like, fuck it. Yo, Isla, what happened with that fly ball? She doesn't even look at me, just keeps staring out the window, smirks, and goes, yep, coach really got a hold of that one. So I bail on the tasting, find the dads that party, 10 dads over by the stage. They've already bought all their wine. They've opened up the bottles, and they're drinking like it's Game of Thrones. One dad's in an Austin 316 shirt. I'm like, that's my fucking table. So I go over to them, chop it up, work my way over to the raffle. Towards the end of the night, my buddy Darren Turbo's running the raffle. I go, yo, what you got in the pot? He's like, I've only sold 40 tickets. I said, oh, your prizes suck? He goes, no, I got 12 great prizes. I said, bullshit, why is no one buying tickets? He goes, I guess the parents found out that the money for this raffle doesn't go to our school, it goes to an underprivileged school. So they don't want to chip in if their kids aren't going to benefit. They'd rather just spend their money on wine. I'm like, are you fucking serious? He goes, I guess. I said, okay. How many tickets do you want to sell? He was like, well, 700 was our goal. I said, cool, put me in for 660. He's like, for real? I said, yeah, but close the raffle right now. He goes, Bert, if I do that, you're going to win a lot of the prizes. I go, Darren, I want to win all of them. He goes, but if you do that, I think that'll upset some of the parents. I go, quite honestly, it would break my heart if it didn't. I look at him, I go, you want to make your money or not? He goes, no, I want to make that money. I said, then give me 660 raffle tickets. Close the raffle right now and do not tell a soul. He's like, what about Leanne? I go, definitely don't tell her. This man took me to the back of a wine bar and started a giggle that lasted the entire evening as he peeled off 660 tickets. When he handed them to me, he was shaking like he was selling drugs in 9th grade. I ripped off the first ticket and the last ticket. I said, Darren, anything in between, you know I have. I have never been more excited for any event in my life. The birth of my children, I picked the table furthest from the stage where they were calling the numbers and mapped out my parade route. I had 2 tickets in my hand. Leanne came over. She's like, you bought raffle tickets? I go, a couple. He called the first number. I practically leapt out of my shoes. I was like, oh, that's me. I bumped into every parent on the way. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, I won. I have the winning ticket. There's 12 prizes and I won the first one. Bert Kreischer, yes, that's my name. I'm so sorry. I get to this stage, grab my prize. 10 drunk drives are right there. They're like, what did you win, Bert? I go, it's a Fitbit. I'll be tracking my steps tonight, boys. I go to pick up my guns. I got 2 guns. I got a shotgun too, but I broke it first day. Yeah, I thought I got the one that goes, but he sold me the one that went, hey. So I go to pick up my guns, and my arms dealer tells me, he's like, hey, man. He goes, I can't give you your guns. I said, why not? And he goes, none of your paperwork checks out. I go, what do you mean? He goes, all the bills are in your wife's name, your car's in your company's name. I can't give you your guns. I started laughing hysterically because all I thought to myself was, our system works? Like, how great is it that our system works? I looked at him laughing hysterically. I was like, dude, I feel safer knowing I can't get a gun than if you gave me 2 guns. I go, I'm so happy to know our system works. And he looks at me dead serious and he goes, oh, you're getting your fucking guns. I was like, wow, I don't feel so good about this anymore, Kevin. He's like, no, we have a workaround. This is what he did. Called my wife on the phone. Said, ma'am, I want you to print out a blank lease. Then fill it out saying you rent a room in your house to your husband. Fax it into me. I get it. I'll give him his guns. My wife was cackling on the other end of the phone. Sorry, we're at full occupancy, Kevin. She sends it in. I get my guns. I love my guns. I do love my guns. I'm the kind of idiot, yeah. I don't know if you're like me where you see a gun in a movie and I call up my arms dealer immediately. I was like, yo, Matrix, Agent Smith, what gun is that? He's like, Desert Eagle 50 caliber. I go, sign me up. He's like, I can't do a 50 caliber in California. I'll get you a 40 caliber. I'll do a workaround in the office. I'll get you what you need. He's like, you can get a long gun too. What long gun do you want? I go, I need a shotgun. He's like, I just sold you a shotgun. I go, yeah, you sold me the circumcised one. I want the uncircumcised one where you can pull the hood back, just. He's like, you don't want another shotgun, you want an AR-15. I was like, whoa, slow down, brother. I go, I might not be the right guy for an AR-15. I lost my Glock for 9 days. All my wife heard was AR-15 and comes marching in the kitchen. Is that motherfucker trying to upsell you on an AR-15? I'm like, bitch, men are talking. She's like, did you tell him you took your Glock in the shower with you? I'm like, woman. I go, Kevin, I'm not gonna be a part of the problem in this country. I'm gonna be a part of the solution. I'm not getting another one of these killing machines and putting it out into the population and losing it for 9 days and some kid finding it. All I want is my Desert Eagle 50 caliber and a shotgun. My wife's next to me, she goes, that's the man I married. Kevin's on the other end of the phone, he goes, am I on speaker right now? I said no, and he goes, all right, cool, I'll have the AR-15 waiting for you. I said, bro, I really don't want the gun. He goes, like, give me 10 seconds and listen to me. Bert, in the event of an apocalypse. I'm like, still listening? He's like, this is the best gun to defend you and your family. I couldn't even help myself. I was like, can you get me the one with a bump stock on it? My wife heard me say that and canceled my fucking lease.